Westminster finished the 2014 season 4-6 overall and 4-4 in the PAC, the most conference wins for the program since 2011. The Titans also finished the year with 3 straight wins and won 4 of their last 5 games. How does finishing strong in 2014 impact your expectations for 2015?
Well, I mean, we obviously had some adversity early, and I'm really proud of the way our guys responded. It could have been very easy to kind of hang your heads and find reasons to not want to compete. So we were happy. I was very proud of our guys, our coaches, how we finished the year. I think it reaffirms what we believe in, that we have a team that can compete with anybody in the conference. It's just a matter of us getting some experience and trying to first learn how not to lose football games and go through that process. And certainly now our expectations that we hope can get raised in terms of being able to compete week in and week out. It's certainly not going to be easy, because every school, every team in the conference is going to get better. They're going to reload. They're going to have the same goals. And so for us, it's a matter of learning from a year ago, and we're excited about the finish, and we certainly are proud of it. But every year is different. So 2015 is a different chapter, and we've got to be able to turn the page and get ready to go right away.
You have 19 returning for the 2015 season, which includes sophomore quarterback Paul Colombo, who threw for 21 touchdowns as a freshman. His 21 touchdowns were the most by a Titan quarterback in the last 20 years, and he is just the 4th Titan quarterback to throw for more than 20 touchdowns in a single season. In addition, his 2,197 passing yards surpassed that of College Football Hall of Famer Joe McKeah for 4th on the school's single-season yardage chart. What are your expectations for Paul this year?
Well, Paul did a great job coming in again as a true freshman and put in a position where he had to lead. As an 18-year-old, it's not easy. So from that aspect, I thought he did a tremendous job. I really want to give a lot of credit to Coach DeMeo, our offensive coordinator, who also handles our quarterbacks. I think, in terms of coaching, I think he did a phenomenal job with Paul. The yardage can be misleading sometimes. You look at, he's the fourth Titan to throw for over 2,000 yards, but they won 6 national championships. So there's a sort of a catch-22 with that. We'd like to be more balanced. But the thing I'm really proud about Paul is, after his first semester, he came back in the second semester, had over a 3.4 grade point average too. So he not only made improvements on the football field, he also made improvements in the classroom. So I'm really, really excited about Paul. I think our guys like playing for Paul. He's a very likable young man. And so our expectations for him is to have another strong year and just get better like all our players, just improve.
We want to talk about the player you have with you here this afternoon. How did you persuade 5th-year senior first-team All-PAC defensive lineman Richard Ellebie to return for his final year of eligibility? And what impact do you see him having on the defensive side of the ball?
Well, Richie's a special guy. Not only football, but through life, had basically had some adversity in his life. He can kind of answer that, and when you get an opportunity to talk to him. But he went through some things, some tragedies in his life. And another guy that we had our senior banquet, and Richie was on the dean's list. So not only he'd done very well for us on the football field, he also again excelled in the classroom. So to pursue him to come back, I don't know, Pizza Joe's, maybe a couple extra large pizzas. There's not a whole lot of what do you call financial incentive to come back. And that's another thing that I think people need to understand is these guys have to pay, a pretty good price to play college football. So that wasn't an easy decision for him and his family. But I think Rich sees that we have the potential to be pretty competitive, and I think he likes the direction that we're headed, and I think he loves football. And so that was probably the biggest sell. It wasn't something that I had to nudge him too hard. I think he was excited about the opportunity to come back out. And he'll be a leader. He'll be a captain. He'll be a guy that it will resonate in the locker room for our young guys. He's a mentor. And so I'm really excited about having him, and I'm glad he's coming back.
Coach, final question for you. Last season was not only your first year leading the Westminster program, but was the first head coaching job of your career. What were some of your biggest challenges and obstacles last year, and what are some of your goals for this season?
Well, my son was born in May, got a new job in January, and then we lived an hour and a half away. So there was some internal challenges, but I had to learn too. Certainly it's a different position as a head coach than as a position coach. I think there's some added responsibilities. I will tell you this, I have a greater appreciation for sitting in this chair than I did even a year ago. Maybe me being a little naive helped in the sense that I didn't quite understand what we were all taking on. But, I think we're trying to build a culture, and it takes time, and it's something that I think not only it starts from me, but it starts from our athletic director, it starts from our president, it starts from the college. And I think Westminster College has had a tremendous amount of tradition and history, but we need to get it back. And so I have a lot of expectations with that, and I think a lot of responsibilities. So the only pressure I put is on myself, and I want to see us do well, and I want to see us be successful. And I certainly think, we have the makings of that. And going through last year, everything that happened a year ago, we deserved it. We made our bed, and so I think we learned from it, and I think we'll be better and stronger for it.
Great, thanks, Coach. Richard, a couple questions for you. Last season, you posted career highs in tackles for loss, and sacks, earning a spot on the All-PAC first team. What do you attribute last year's success to? And what do you expect from yourself in 2015?
First off, I have to give a lot of credit to the coaching staff, my training programs, and the teammates to keep me motivated throughout the season, off-season and in the summer. But obviously, I plan to continue my caliber of playing to hopefully ensure that we get more wins this season. But honestly, it's not all about me. Honestly, I want to see us build as a team, get more wins as a team, and see how far we can make it into the season.
Out of the returning defensive starters for the Titans, you are one of only two seniors. Talk about the importance of leadership and what's going to be your approach to leadership this season.
Due to only two seniors on the defense, I feel like it's very important for the young guys coming in to look up to us, because obviously there's not a lot of people to look up to as starters on the defense. So having to come out positive every day for practice, even when I don't want to be out there sometimes, it's hard, but you got to be positive all the time for these young guys coming in. And I just know I'm and the team, we're hungry for success this season. So I feel like we're going to do whatever is possible for us to come out with a winning season.
Discuss the effect winning 4 of your last 5 games last year had on the program during your off season. And can you see any of that success carrying over into the 2015 season?
Definitely. We set a goal after losing the first 5 that we were going to win out the last 5. But unfortunately, we only won 4. But I feel like winning those 4 is a great motivator for us to come in for this next season. I feel like we're going to be excited, hungry, like I said, to get more wins this season. So yeah, I feel like those last 4 wins are going to be a good motivator for us this season.
Last question. We talked about it with Coach a little bit, but what were some of your personal motivations to returning as a 5th-year senior for the Titan football program?
Personal reasons, a lot that came from a personal reasons why I wanted to come back. But I had to thank Coach Benzel, sat me down a lot of the time, and we talked about me coming back. But being able to come back and play another year of college was a blessing to me. I love the game of football, but it was just the fact that I was able to play one more season, especially for Westminster. It was a blessing in itself for me to come back another year.